The issue we have at Chatsworth is that we have a range of attractions: the house, garden, farmyard, adventure playground, park, stables, shops and restaurants. So it's getting people from quite a large expansive car park across a space to the entrance to begin their day out. So there is a pay barrier. We need to get people kind of seamlessly from their car to begin their lovely day at Chatsworth. So initially we thought we could intercept people with a digital screen. It could be in the form of some kind of drastic map-based interactive. But then rethinking it, the ethos of Chatsworth is homely. It shouldn't be like a theme park map. It should be something that you can kind of engage with on a more personal level. So we started thinking about non-verbal communications. And also an issue we have is because it's an outdoor space, it needs to be weatherproof. There's no electricity supply. So we kind of went back to basics and we started thinking about holograms and lenticular images. And we found these, from the people we've spoken to about the project, they seem to have an innate ability to make people come up and interact with them of all ages. Our visitor demographic at Chatsworth is an older generation primarily, and we find that a lot of people are apprehensive about engaging with new technology, but with lenticulars we find that people interact with them regardless of their technological ability. It's been fantastic having cross-disciplinary experts. At Chatsworth, we're a very small marketing team. We don't really have time to explore many more options than we already utilise. So it's just fantastic to see what happens in other sectors, sort of innovations and ways of measuring how things are working. So it'll be really interesting to implement. We're going to use some computer science on our project to measure visitor footfall. So it'll be really interesting bringing that aspect in and how we can then use that in other parts of Chatsworth, such as the garden. I think it doesn't necessarily on our project matter whether we are able to channel visitor footfall in exactly the way we want people to move. I think it will be equally interesting to see what is influencing footfall and whether we can create a difference in people's movements. So regardless of whether we're sort of channeling them to the right place, if we can even create a dint in a natural path with something that you wouldn't necessarily expect people to avoid or be attracted to, that will be equally valuable. It will also be a great argument in favour of going back to basics and away from technology, whether lenticulars are just as effective as digital means to engage visitors and whether they're more accessible for a wider range of people.